from here. Only I need to go to Brigley Road. Trust me to pick a weirdo.
Thanks for coming, Doctor.
A bit early. That was not a problem.
No, not at all.
How is she?
The same. I've been through it myself, but there's no telling her.
Hello, Sally.
If I'd known you were coming, I would have tidied.
Got two of my own. There's no such thing as tidy when there's a baby in the house.
It's not usually this messy, though.
You wait till Adam starts getting the cupboards and fridges, then you'll know what mess is.
That's what I keep trying to tell her, but she won't listen.
Yeah, all right, Mum.
Do you like some tea?
Yeah, that'd be lovely, thanks. How's our little man, then?
Not so much as a cough or a sniffle. Cries a lot, though. Screams sometimes.
Well, he looks well enough. He's a good weight. How's he doing with his food?
Fine.
And how are you?
Brilliant. Bit knackered now and then, but apart from that...
Oh, for heaven's sake, Sally, tell her the truth!
Mum!
Good morning, Riverside Surgery. Can you hold? So it's next Thursday at 9, okay?
It's 2 pills 3 times a day, David, not the other way around. Have you got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if it's going to be much longer? Doctor will be with you as soon as she can, Mrs. Moore. Can I help? Yeah, can I have Mr. Jensen's files? Just a sec.
I'm Simon Bennett. I'm here to see Dr.
Maguire?
Mystery.
Take a seat for a minute, Simon.
Oh! Sorry. That's all right. Just a twinge.
Considerably more than a twinge, wouldn't you say, sir? I think we're looking at rotator cuff muscle problem here.
Yeah? What's that mean, then?
It means you've been overdoing it. Do you care to tell me how you think it happened?
Well, like I said, I was doing the hoovering.
Sam, please, please, spare me.
Well,
Did it in the gym, didn't you? Shoulder presses?
look, it's only half what I usually lift.
I don't care. I told you to take it easy down there.
But I'm in final training, aren't I? Only 10 days to go.
Oh, don't tell me you and Eddie are still going in for this ridiculous race.
We've been doing it every year since 1947. Can't pack it in now.
Sam, you are 73, not 23. Now, for once, will you please listen to some sense?
You're not well, Sally. What's the point in trying to hide it?
Why can't you stay out of it? It's got nothing to do with you.
It's got everything to do with me.
Wait, please, both of you.
It's postnatal depression. I had it after Sally was born, exactly the same thing.
Can't keep your big mouth shut, can you?
Please, this isn't helping anything. What's wrong?
Tell her then.
It's nothing. Been getting a few headaches, that's all.
And the tingling.
What tingling? Pins and needles now and then. That's all it is.
It's more than pins and needles.
Take no notice of her. She doesn't know what she's on about.
Maybe I could have a word with Sally on her own.
Much good it'll do you. I've given up. I really have.
If I see you in here again with so much as a hint of a stretch or a strain, you're in a lot of trouble.
Okay, okay.
That shoulder needs rest. So no more exercises, no more shoulder presses, and no more cross-country runs. Is that understood?
Doesn't look as though I've got much choice, does it?
No, none. You banjacks that shoulder anymore, and the physio will have to look at it. And I know exactly which one I'd send you to.
Oh, yeah, dishy, aren't they, some of them physiotherapists? Good with their hands and that.
Well, this one is a firm believer in the healing power of pain, and his name's Bruce.
Oh, well. See you later.
I hope not.
Will he listen to you this time?
Really hell.
Thanks. Simon Bennett. Oops, let's come through. Sorry about the long wait. Place is in chaos this morning. Take a seat. So, tell me about it.
Kelly, what happened to the BMA Journal?
Oh, I think Rana's got it.
Oh, marvellous. Probably a chip paper now. Has you got someone with him?
Just gone in.
Right, tell him I'm after it, will you? Oh, no. Eddie!
All right, Doc.
Come in. Faster.
I'm a good mother.
Nobody's saying you're not.
I'd never do anything to hurt Adam. He's everything to me.
Of course he is.
It's just he never stops crying. Sorry.
It's not Adam I'm worried about.
There's nothing wrong with me. Did you hear that? I know you're listening.
She wasn't ready for a baby. She's got a lot on her plate. She needs help, but you try telling her.
I'd be doing just fine if you left me alone for 5 minutes.
Your mum's just worried about you, Sally.
She just likes interfering.
Why don't you make an appointment and come and see me sometime? For a chat, not a lecture. Please, Sally, I think it'll help.
I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Thanks. That's why I came to see you.
How's that?
Something stupid.
Try me.
So I can get through me vows without, you know.
I see.
I read that there's this drug.
To cure stammering. I'm afraid there's no absolute cure. But you can be taught to manage it a lot more effectively than you are.
I read...
I know, so have I. The latest thinking on stammering is that it's caused by excessive levels of a neurotransmitter called dopamine in the brain. There are drugs that can reduce
So?
it. It's only a short-term therapy. It's not a cure. You know, as yet, we don't know what the long-term side effects are. It's not an answer, I'm afraid. Have you thought about speech therapy?
There must be some sort of pill you can give us. Stop, my back's killing me.
The only pill you need is for your head. What's the matter with you, man?
I told you, my back's killing me.
I'm not talking about your back. I'm talking about this idiotic ordeal you and Sam insist on putting yourself through year after year.
Look, we've been having this race every year since
1947, yes, I know.
Well, I can't bunk off out of it now. I'd never live it down.
So you just want to cripple yourself, do you?
Oh, if Sam even knew I was here, I'd never live it down.
Is that so?
Besides, he's giving the edge on us. You know, a sort of, well, psychological advantage. Oh, come on, Doc. There must be something you can give us, just to see us through.
Hi, Helen.
Hi. Any messages for me?
A couple. They're on your desk.
Thanks. What time's my first?
About 40 minutes.
That's it. Yeah. No, it was just something we thought of after you'd left. An ointment for your shoulder. No, we'd have to prescribe it, and that's why you'd have to come in. That's not a problem, is it, Sam? Great. See you later.
On his way.
You heard?
Great.
Matt, what are you up to?
My parents took me to see a doctor when I was a kid. He said he could help, but it was a joke.
Speech therapy used to be quite crude. There's no doubt about that.
It made everything worse. Everyone just went back to pretending it didn't exist.
I can promise you one thing, that whatever methods this doctor used, they're probably discredited by now. Let me guess, he told you there was some problem with your larynx. Or that you should try and work out what you want to say before you say it. Take deep breaths, relax, that kind of thing.
But I don't think this was such a good idea.
Simon! Simon! Simon!
Rana?
It's okay. Nothing to worry about. Joanna, can you give it a while and then call in for me, please?
Yeah?
Thanks.
Can I help you? Can we see Dr. Thompson? Do you have an appointment? She asked us to make one. It's quite urgent.
And is the appointment for the baby? Hello?
No, my daughter.
I wanted to look at him as well. He's always crying.
You don't seem to be making much of a fuss at the moment, do you, little one?
Okay, which one of you is going to call off this stupid race? Look, no one is saying that exercise is bad for you or there's anything wrong with wanting to be fit and healthy, but a 5-mile cross-country trek at your age? And competition is fine. Being competitive is good. But can't you take up chess or something? No. Because you're going to let foolish pride lead you via wheelchairs into early graves, yes? Yes. Okay, you leave me no choice. Kate, get me their home telephone numbers, will you? Because if I can't talk sense into them, maybe their wives can.
No!
You got a problem with that, gents?
Come through. If you'd just like to wait out here for a few minutes, Mrs. Smith, we won't be too long.
Okay.
Magazine?
No, thanks.
Sit yourself down. Seems as happy as Larry now.
Should have heard him before. Tried everything, but he wouldn't stop screaming. Felt so useless.
How long have you been getting the headaches?
Since about a month after Adam was born.
And the tingling in the arms?
Same time.
Anything else? Oh, Sally.
I'm sorry. I think I'm cracking up.
You can't do this.
You're not allowed to. There's... what's it called?
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Yeah, that's it.
Ah, doctor-patient confidentiality.
Yes.
I see. So, as they are wheeling you through to intensive care, that's what I say to your Carol and your Mary, is it? Look, I'm sorry about this, ladies. Someone should have told you that your husbands are hell-bent on killing themselves. But there's this thing called doctor-patient confidentiality. Come on, it won't wash, will it? Besides, there are 101 ways that I could let them know. I knew you hadn't told them. As far as they're concerned, this annual circus ended how many years ago?
10, 12.
Well, how the hell have you been getting away with it?
They go away every year. WI trip.
And you schedule this madness around that, do you?
Well, they don't mind us going down the gym. Gets us out the house. So it's easy to train.
Until you put shoulders and backs out. No, I think this all ends right here and now, don't you, gentlemen? Because if the race doesn't kill you, your wives will.
Panic attacks. I've never had them before. I mean, what's all that about? Nightmares. All the time, the same ones.
What's happening in the nightmares?
And I wake up with this pain in my chest, and it's really hard to breathe. And I keep thinking, this shouldn't be happening to me. I've always had it together. When I got pregnant and Adam's dad legged it, I just got on with it because you have to.
So what do you think's made you feel differently this time?
I don't know. If I did, I could get it sorted. That's not the worst part.
What happens in the nightmares?
I have these feelings that I want to hurt Adam. I'm so scared.
Okay there?
Fine, thanks.
Try not to worry too much. Whatever's the matter, Dr. Thompson will be able to help.
I know exactly what the matter is. Sally's suffering from postnatal depression. I was exactly the same after I had Sally. Couldn't sleep, terrible headaches, arms and legs hurt, panicked over every little thing.
I see.
She's a willful girl, Sally is. Always was. She won't hear it. Not from me, anyway.
Why haven't you told anyone you've been feeling this way?
I couldn't.
Not even your mum? She's desperate to help you, Sally.
How could I tell anyone I've been having dreams about hurting my own baby? You're not going to tell anyone, are you? They'll take him away from me.
No one's going to take Adam away from you. Not over a few dreams.
It's not just dreams. I look at him sometimes and I start thinking things about hurting him. And then I catch myself. I can't believe it.
But you know in your heart of hearts you'd never hurt him, don't you? No one can accuse you of being a bad mother. It's obvious Adam means everything to you. The only one who seems to think you're a bad mum is you. I think you're suffering from something called postpartum depression.
Post what?
Oh, hello again.
Hiya. I was wondering if you've got any appointments free this afternoon.
Oh, I'm not sure. We're quite busy.
Doctor Mystery, preferably.
I'll just check for you.
Playing dirty, that's what it is.
Too right. Below the belt.
It's a privilege I retain, gentlemen.
You'll be coming down the gym to check up on us next.
Well, you never know. Well, I can promise you one thing. If I catch the slightest whiff of this race going ahead, I'll be on that phone to you-know-who quicker than you can slip a disc. Take care, gents.
So it's all off, is it?
Oh, yes. I tapped into their deepest fears.
Good.
"20 laps of the pool. I'll leave you standing."
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, you're on.
The headaches, the tingling, the dreams, the feeling you're not up to it, they're all part of it. It's a bit like postnatal depression, the common baby blues, except maybe a bit more pronounced. But it's nothing to worry about. You're not the first new mum to feel this way, and it's easily cured.
Is it like a hormonal thing?
That can be part of it.
So what happens now then?
You're not still breastfeeding, are you?
No, I've had him on formula for a few weeks.
Okay, I'm going to prescribe a course of antidepressants. How do you feel about that?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever taken them before? People can be a bit wary, but there's nothing to worry about. These new types aren't addictive, and you're not going to get hooked on them.
Okay.
And I'm going to arrange for a health visitor to come over during the week. They can help with any day-to-day problems, okay? And for heaven's sake, give yourself a break. You're allowed to find being a new mum difficult. You've been feeling this way because you care for him so much. If you didn't, then there'd be a problem.
How do your friends deal with you stammering?
They just ignore it. Sometimes when it gets really bad, they get embarrassed. You know, finish sentences for me.
Right.
Telephone's the worst. I can't handle it. Every time it rings, I just freak out.
So stammering interferes with your work then?
Yeah, with everything.
Well, stammerers I've known often have little tricks they use. Like speaking in a low voice, using an accent, even singing.
Yeah, I can't go around like a deep-voiced singing Scotsman all my life, fuck.
No, I suppose not. Always worth trying something new, though. Mind if I suggest something? It might seem a little odd at first, but hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
There's nothing wrong with admitting you need help. In fact, it's vital that you do. I think you could do with a feed. You can do it in here. I'll bring your bag through.
How's that? Better?
Yeah, I think so.
Something I read a while back. Getting down on all fours can help fluency. Worth a shot, eh?
Yeah.
So, what should we talk about?
Everything okay?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
I think Sally's suffering from something called postpartum depression. It's a bit like...
She'll be all right.
Fine. You did the right thing persuading her to get help.
Poor thing. There he goes again.
Could you excuse me for a minute?
So, what was this miracle cure this doctor had when you were a kid?
You won't believe it.
Go on, try me.
Well, he thought that anger helped fluency, yeah. So he tried winding me up, shouting and screaming. He told me I was pathetic.
You're kidding. What happened?
Well, after 2 sessions, I jumped up and smacked him one. That was the end of the therapy. You want to hear the worst thing?
It's worse.
Yeah. I work in the housing department for the council.
Yeah.
You never guess why. When I phoned up for the job forms, they asked me what department I wanted to apply for. I couldn't say personnel or social services, only housing. It's all right, you can laugh. I do. You know, I'd go mad if I didn't.
Has Rana surfaced yet?
Sorry, I forgot to ask.
Come in.
Rana. Sorry to disturb you.
Ah.
You lost something?
Did you find it?
What?
The journal.
Oh, yes.
Are you all right?
Oh, fine.
What is it? Is he okay?
He's fine. Fine.
He's not, is he? There's something you're not telling me.
Tell me, have you noticed any pattern to his crying?
How do you mean?
Is it after his feeds? When I came round your flat earlier, you'd just fed him, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And he was crying. And here he is, upset again after being fed.
So what is it?
I think he's suffering from something called reflux.
Reflux?
A reaction to being fed. It could be giving him stomach pains or heartburn. That's what's causing him to cry.
Is it serious?
Is he bringing his food back up?
No, he just screams.
Good, that means it's early stages.
Will he be all right?
Yes, really. All he needs is regular winding. Perhaps tilt his cot up a bit at night, make sure his clothing's not too tight. He'll be right as rain in no time.
Not in trouble, are you?
No. Dr. Mack's slowly starting to realise that sometimes I do things slightly differently. But hey, whatever works, eh? Have you thought about Stammerer's chat rooms on the web?
Stammerer's chat rooms? Some big phone bills.
Well, you know, we'll get you a speech therapist too, of course. But in the meantime, give it a go. You'll find there are thousands of people out there going through exactly the same thing as you.
So no miracle drug then?
No miracle drug. But the therapist will work on getting you to control the stammer, not the other way around. Now, I know people who stammered a lot worse than you. Just decided they weren't going to let it control their lives anymore. Now, you'd never know there was a problem. One of them's a salesman. Never shuts up. Do us one favour though, eh?
What's that?
Make sure you get out of the housing department. Time to move on.
Yeah. See you.
Bye.
It explains everything. Every time he's been fed, he's been in pain, poor thing.
So I was wrong. It wasn't just a problem with you. I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Don't be silly. Just look after this little chap for me. And yourself.
So, you threatened to tell their wives?
Well, like I said, I have to find a way to put terror into their hearts.
Very funny. You think they'll listen to you?
Of course. Once I gave them the ultimate threat.
What's going on over there?
Looks like an ambulance by the swimming pool. Do you want to get out and look?
No, the paramedics are there, they can cope.
Go on then.
Do you want to drive?
Just do it.
There's nothing wrong with me. He's the one you want to look at.
A load of fuss about nothing, all this.
How long were they under for? No, not long. Kept telling them to take a rest, but they were having some sort of race or something.
It's a load of rubbish, all this. There's nothing wrong with me. See what a fuss you've caused.
Ah, shut up.
Just try and save your breath. We'll have you in hospital in a minute.